Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a ZVT here on Sylphid, featuring Soulkey, ASL champion, most recent ASL champion, and ForGG. Bottom left, it's going to be our green Zerg. It is Soulkey under his well-known Smurf name, Byuktube, and in the bottom right, it's going to be our guy, ForGG. 400 APM here for ForGG, about 300 for Soulkey. But it doesn't really matter how fast your APM is in these early stages, right? Because it's just kind of flipping back and forth between units and hotkeys and stuff, and just getting your fingers warmed up. Terror the Overlord moving out. That's right, Terry, it's Sylphid. It's a nice place. Got the trees. Even this dirt is kind of a nice shade of brown. Is that weird to say? We have interesting stuff in the ground over here, like some ancient civilization. Put kind of a weird smiley face down here and see the mouth and the eyes, and there's like a headdress there too of some kind, some ancient people. The mysteries of Sylphid are many and great and varied. So this is an RJB replay sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Just kidding, over Discord, but either way, he does send me over email sometimes. Regardless, check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Awesome dude, has a bajillion replays. Loves to get him out there, loves to see them cast. And this is going to be one of them. Okay, nothing crazy on the opening from ForGG, just a barracks. We got ourselves a ye old hatch first Rooney, about 11 supply from Soulkey, and there it is. Wow, technically I think that was 12, but whatever. Right on the line there. Hope everyone is having a fantastic time wherever you are, whoever you might be. I am excited to bring this to you, because I'm going to tell you, I feel like Soulkey is pretty highly advantaged in this matchup. I like ForGG, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't done a whole lot in the last few years, and Soulkey's been a very elite Zerg player for a long time, and finally won an ASL, and he's very happy about that, I'm sure. So we'll see. We'll see what he can do here in a ZVT. Got a drone scouting, but the Overlord is going to scout and find the Terran eventually here, and also probably going to die to a Marine. Poor Terry. Just going to get absolutely shot in the face here. Steve the SCV is not going to get shot in the face because the Zerg does not have guns. And in fact doesn't have any ranged units until the Hydra Den comes out. Classic Zerg indeed. So yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Might not die if he can make it. Oh, you know what? Nicely done. Well executed. He just wanted to poke over there and see if there was an expansion coming up. Now he can get into some high ground area that the Marine can't see him. Can't see him. He's hiding. He's hiding from you. Overlord wants to poke it and see if there's any other information that he can get. He does see an Overlord, or an Overlord. He doesn't see an Overlord because he's the only one in this area, but he sees the barracks, says, okay, fine. I mean, based on the expansion timing, he knew what was a 1-Rax expand anyway. Right. Righto. Lair is in production here from the Zerg player. And what are we doing? What are we doing next here? Nothing much. These early Slowlings might be able to get something done. It's a bit of a committal to Slowlings, and they will deal with Marines pretty effectively with good micro. But kind of setting up here so you don't get surrounded. A couple more Marines joining the party. Maybe an SCV to body block against these Lings would be pretty good too. Can they delay this? I don't think they can delay this command center at all. I really don't. So yeah, here come the Lings. But I don't know about trying to engage with this. Yeah, beautiful. Pull back. SCV body blocking, attacking. Sick. That's exactly what I figured ForGG was going to do. And he just killed, what, like 6 Lings in exchange for a Marine, maybe? Good trade. Good trade. Beautiful opening trade. Spire. Bonk. Metabolic boost on the way. Almost done. Didn't want to wait for speed to go for that attack. Might have helped to be a little bit more efficient, but whatever. And wow. Are we really trying to get something done with this? Dude, this is something we see Royal do quite a bit, where he shows up with weird Marine timings that Zergs are not really used to. Like, wait, you're showing up with 5 Marines and no medics? You don't even have stim yet? What are you doing? And then it's getting a lot of stuff done because the Zerg is completely greedy and doesn't have anything to stop them from killing like 5 or 6 drones, you know? In this case, no, it's just a feint. ForGG busted out there and was like, yo, I'm just going to go home. And he does. So yeah, 27 to 27 workers, Terran player in a fantastic spot. Second gas firing up now. Spire's about 60% complete here. So it's going to be mutas. It's going to be more than just the 5 or 6 mutalisks. It's going to be a pretty solid concentration of mutas. Engineering Bay firing up at about the right time. Third barracks on the way. Going to be SK tearing it here. We'll see how well this works out. My goodness, if you didn't see my light versus snow game that I posted on Saturday, check it out. I think I put in the title, Never Before Seen Strategy, because it is. Because light busts out some stuff that I've never seen before. RJB's never seen before. It's insane. It's insane what light tries to do against snow. I'm not going to tell you if he wins or not, but seriously, go check it out. Even if you're not a TVP fan, because you're like, it's always the same thing. No. Not in this case, it's not. And I'm wondering if we're going to see the meta shift based on what light did there. Who knows? Who honestly knows? Regardless, third base, I already mentioned that. The mutas are on the way. Plus 1 air weapons coming in, because if you're going to make this many mutas, you might as well give them an upgrade or 2. Don't see why not. So here's the traditional 5, but guess what? There's more mutas on the way, because of course there are. This little group's got their medic support. They've got their range. Just kidding. Range is almost done here. They've got their stim. And as we've always said, killing that third base of a Zerg player is pretty much a GG. The Zerg player might be able to survive losing their third base for a little bit, but in the long run, just never goes well. And that's why Soulkey has to engage with these mutas, because he knows that if that third base dies, he's a dead Zerg. So man, that's a smooth swap out of the injured muta, but he loses another one anyway. And he's trading out mutas here, but he's getting the Marines and the medics. Exactly what he needed to do. He accomplished his goal. Good on him. Man, third base is getting gas too. This is pretty gas-heavy stuff. Man, is Soulkey just going to do straight-up mutas forever and ever in this game? We have seen Zerg players win with that strategy before, where it is nothing but mutas forever. But I don't know. I don't know if it's viable here today against ForGG. I mean, I like Soulkey a lot, but certain strategies I just feel like have expiration dates. But I'm looking at that production tab, and it's muta. It is a muta. All day long. All day long are the mutas. It's no drone. I'm just kidding. He just fired up with a couple of drones. It's drones. It's no Zerglings. It's just muta balls. So he's got 11 here, and the Overlord is out there. We can't see it, but it's in this group. I guarantee it. And that's how we're stacking here today. Oh, it just brings up 12. Okay, and then there you go. Gets rid of the injured one. Now he's back up to a healthier 11. This is what we're talking about. What we're talking about. The range upgrade for the Marines is done, as we can see here. More Marines are firing on. Okay, we'll just join the party, Muta brother. Muta bro. We'll go into the main base. Ah. Yeah. Okay, missile turret sniped. But no real lasting damage done here, right? To ForGG. He's okay. Losing another Mutalisk. We're just trading out mutas for Marines and medics here. And it's another army of ForGGs just wiped out in the middle of the map. Just not having the greatest time. Straight up not having a good time. So he's like, okay, what is my healthiest 11 mutas? Here they are. This is my control group. There are many like them, but this one is mine. Hua! Yeah, hua! So this is just muta stacking the game so far, right? We're not seeing any tech. Okay, a Hydralisk Den is on the way. Soulkey recognizes he can't just do this forever. And he can't, right? Eventually there's going to be Valkyries out. Eventually there's going to be a Radiate out. Eventually there's going to be something that deals with these mutos better than turrets and Marines can. And that is going to be out of the starport, probably. Missile turret sniped. Oh, gosh. Okay, this is where SCVs start falling by big numbers. The splash is good. The glaive bounce. Oh, getting the ones on gas is so especially great. And moving across here, ForGG says, hey, if you're going to be over there, I'll be over here. Maybe threaten your natural base a little bit. You don't have any Sunkens yet. You're firing one up now, but it seems a little bit late. Wow, these mutas. +1 attack Mutos, ladies and gentlemen. They're pretty good. Pretty good against these poor Marines with +1 attack and no armor. The Radiate's getting researched. Man, this really does feel like a game where maybe you'd want to fire up some Valkyries, sir. Come on, ForGG. I know you're getting a Radiate, but these Mutas are wreaking havoc, and Valkyries are some of the best way to deal with a Zerg player who's just in love with Mutalisks, as Soulkey is right now. I mean, Lurker aspect is on the way. This might end up being just a bit of a clinic here from Soulkey of how to play ZBT with this Muta-heavy style. You just got to be beautiful at stacking, beautiful at just, you know, going in, darting out, coming in, darting out, never standing and fighting unless you're absolutely going to crush an engagement, which he's done like 3 times today, and he always crushes the engagement. He is, the resources lost today are going to be so good in favor of Soulkey. Why are we not building turrets back over at the main base? Why is that main mineral line undefended? Okay, I lied. There were some turrets, just not from that angle, because who expects Mutas to come swooping in from the south on this base? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, obviously they could, because there's actually a lot of dead airspace down there that's not covered by anything. 3 base, Lurkers, Hive on the way. You can 3 base this as a Zerg if you're keeping the Terran player on 2 bases, which is happening right now from Soulkey. I would love to see some Valkyries, but it's not something that ForGG is interested in doing today whatsoever. So Lurkers up, beautiful defense against anything that shows up here, except for siege tanks and science vessels. Behold, there are science vessels, and they have a Radiate, and is this Mutaflock going to catch an Irradiate? I don't see why not. I don't see why they wouldn't. There it is. Split off is pretty good. Give that like an A- with the split off there. Mutaflock is not 11. Resources going into Hive, going into Hydralisks, going into Ground Carapace. He's not playing forever, but the combination of Sunkens and Lurkers are exactly what you don't want to see as an SK Terran player. Busting in that is extremely difficult. Ooh, Greater Spire on the way. Ah, okay, so classic, right? Take your Mutas, the ones that are left, once they've kind of lost their ability to get a ton of value for you, and you park them somewhere outside an enemy base, and then you turn them into Guardians, and then they get like 2 kills, and then they all die. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with Guardians. Even if you already have the Mutas, and even if they're injured, and even if, yeah, turning them into Guardians, boom, all their health comes back. That's great. But man, they are squishy boys, and they just die real fast, and they're so slow. And squishy stuff that is slow is a terrible combination in any RTS. And that's what Guardians are. Their saving grace is their range, and they hit pretty hard, but their attack speed is so slow it almost doesn't matter. Anyway, Guardians kind of suck. Not a huge fan. But hey, Greater Spire can be nothing but. He's not making Devourers, for heaven's sakes. No reason to do that whatsoever. Dropship coming in. Still 2 bases from ForGG I find concerning. That's a lot of Lurkers, man. And sure, 3 of them got irradiated. But there's like 10 here. Oh, 1 siege tank. I love that. See, I don't even have siege mode yet. I mean, sure, free Lurker kills is nice, but Zerg swarms. Ooh, is that enough? That was a load up. That was a load up sound. Are you going to try to drop in the main? I think I would love a drop in the main. Soulkey hasn't made Scourge today. So you're flying in a dropship today in the pipe 5x5 is going to be a lot better just because Soulkey doesn't have any Scourge. This is the Scourge are the biggest threat to the dropship of all time. So he's going to push up, try to get Soulkey to focus entirely on this. Hey, look, there was a Scourge. Hey, look, it's the Guardians. But the drop on the main base is going to kill a ton of drones. Guardians chasing everybody back home. Oh, man. The drone massacre. It's 36 to 22 drones right now. 36 SCVs. Massive. Let's go after the Spire. No more Guardians. No more Mutas. Dude, the Defiler Mound. How is that not your priority right now? Kill the Defiler Mound. Oh, they're trying to get it, but the Lings are bopping. They're going to save the Defiler Mound. You had a choice. And you chose the wrong thing, I think, there. All right. What is happening? Guardians in a pitched battle against Terran. What is this? Me playing the Zerg campaign of Brood War? Honestly. Guardians are insanely good against the CPU in the campaign because the CPU is stupid. But ForGG is not dumb. How is this working? No! Another meta-defining game sent to me by RJP. Is this really only possible because ForGG was so far behind? Is that what it was? Oh, okay, now come the Irradiate. Hey, now come the Scourge. Oh. How did he must have previously had those Scourge because he still doesn't have a Spire. Like adding Hydras into the mix just for the heck of it. And behold, all the Guardians are dead. So hey, I mean, it was cute. It was a cute little push, but again, maybe Soulkey was just so darn far ahead he was able to get cute. I like the race to counter the Guardians, but guess what? We're not making those anymore. Don't forget how many drones died in the main base here from Soulkey. There's just a Scourge back there. Okay. Okay. 31 to 23 workers at 16 minutes is bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. What a weird game this is. Man, RJB sends me all the best stuff. He really does. Gotta love that guy. See you later, Overlord. Supply blocking Soulkey. Heavens, no. Not even close. Not even close. I don't know. 74 to 55 supply in favor of ForGG here. He's on 2 bases at 17 minutes, which is a bad thing. And he didn't snipe the Defiler mound, so guess what? We have Defilers. If I was ForGG, I'd much rather deal with Guardians than deal with Dark Swarm. He had the choice, and he chose poorly. I think is how that line goes. Yeah, Dark Swarm, Hydra, Lurker. What's to stop this? Science Vessel's got Scourge. There's a Siege Tank. Nah, I think this is your GG. There's just too much Zerg here. Not enough Siege Tanks. No Fire Bats. Not enough Irradiate. If you have to evacuate your natural, you're dead at this point. I mean, it's not an all the time 100% rule, but if you have to evacuate your natural and you're on 2 bases at 17 minutes, you're done. He's still mining from his main magically. Oh, the Fire Bats got in here. They're all dead now. See you later, Fire Bats. And yeah, Soulkey, Soulkey, Soulkey. Doing weird stuff, man. But we're done. We're done. Right? This is it. Somehow the supplies are pretty even. I guess there's a drop down here. Hey, he's gonna get the Defiler round. No, he's not. He's splitting his attacks between... Wasn't target firing his Marines. And now there's Lurkers on top of your barracks. You gotta force to lift those off. And that's a GG. We're done. We're done. Way to go, man. Soulkey took some hits, but he was so far ahead. And that's it. ForGG taps, and Soulkey gets the win. Actually using Guardians to something of a good extent. Knock me over and call me Shirley. I don't think that's even a saying, but so what was in my brain there. So regardless, what an absolutely weird display of TVZ there. Look, the first 10 minutes were fine. A lot of mutas with +1 attacks, pretty normal. But then the Guardians, he didn't do the thing I thought he was going to do, which is make the Guardians down here and then like harass this, or make the Guardians over here and harass this, whatever. But no, he used the Guardians with Hydras and Lurkers to push the Terran army all the way back, siege him in, allow him to take up a position, and then start Dark Swarm Lurkering his way into the natural and into the main and win the game. Sure, he got dropped real bad, but man, ForGG just not targeting this Defiler round, I think, is the key to losing this game. If he doesn't have to deal with Dark Swarm, his Marines are so much better. His Marines are insanely good, even against Lurkers. If they're not Dark Swarm, the Marines can sort of handle them. But when they're Dark Swarm, the Marines might as well not exist, you know? Yeah, just 3 bases from Soulkey. Oh, no, he's got a 4th base up over here. I lied. I think he just made these drones, though, so nothing has been mined from these mineral patches. These are mineral patches that are pristine. But GG, that was, man, that was a ton of fun. Way to go, Soulkey. Way to get the win. A very unexpected strategy. 108,000 points, 102,000 points. Produced similar numbers of units, but Soulkey killed something like 50 more than his opponent did, and that's going to be a big deal. Structures 14-1 raised in favor of Soulkey. Yeah, that one building raise was that greater spire. And then Soulkey outspent ForGG by about 7,000 resources. I can do maths. 5,000 resources in 18 minutes. Pretty good. Pretty good. So GG, well done there, Soulkey, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falco Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falco Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.